Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about the ADF Job Opportunity Assessment, also known as the JOA. Make sure you watch until the end of this video because we will give you a free sample test so you can practice by yourself. Before we start, there are a few very important things you must know about this test. The JOA has 51 questions and you only get 20 minutes to complete it. That means you have around 23 seconds for each question, so time management is extremely important. Even though this is an online test, some people will be asked to take the test again before their interview. That means you may end up doing the JOA twice in 1 year. Also, please remember, no phone is allowed and no calculator is allowed during the test. This is why I strongly recommend that you do the test by yourself. If there is a big difference between your online test result and your retest result, it may be recorded on your profile and you could be asked to explain it during your interview. The best way to avoid this situation is simple. Prepare properly and complete the test honestly by yourself. Now, let's talk about how to get a good result. All you really need is 4 days of focused study. Many people waste a lot of time reading Reddit posts or watching other study videos, but that often causes confusion because we are one of the first teams focused specifically on this test, and we have already helped hundreds of students successfully enter the ADF, including career coaches. So all you need to do is just lock in 4 days is enough for your JOA test. There are 3 types of questions in the JOA: abstract reasoning, numerical reasoning, and verbal reasoning. The best strategy is to spend 1 full day on each type of question and then use the last day to review all your mistakes. Another important point is that before your interview, there may be a second test at the office on your assessment day. During this test, you will only be given blank paper and a pen. There is no phone, no calculator, and there will be an examiner watching you in person. This means you must be very familiar with all question types, so your on-site test result does not differ significantly from your online test result. Now let's look at some sample questions. For this numerical reasoning question, as you can see, 7 and 10 have a difference of 3, and 6 and 9 also have a difference of 3. This means that from left to right, the rule is +3. So if we work backwards, from right to left, we simply subtract 3. 7 minus 3 equals 4, which gives us the answer. We can also use a second method to double check. From bottom to top, the rule is -2. 14 minus 2 equals 12, and 6 minus 2 also equals 4. This confirms that the correct answer is 4. Let's move on to the next question. Abby has cycled 70 kilometers on their bike at an average speed of 20 kilometers per hour. How many hours has Abby been cycling for? You have 20 seconds to give the answer. Yes, the correct answer is 3.5. All you need to do is divide 70 by 20. Next question. 4 of the following are a link in some way. Please select the other 2. Again, you will have 20 seconds. Yes, the correct answer is walk and run, because all the other options are types of transportation. Let's move on to the next question. Which 2 of the 5 items do not belong with the others? You have 20 seconds. Yes, the correct answer is the first one and the last one, because these are the shapes that have an even number of dots. Next question. Which two of the 6 items do not belong with the others? You have 20 seconds. Yes, the correct answer is the first 2 items. They do not belong to their respective groups, while the other items follow the same pattern. These 2 do not match each other. Now let's move on to the next question. Which 2 statements together prove that Megan has brown hair? You have 20 seconds. Yes, the correct answer is the last 2 statements. For this type of question, our key strategy is to read the longer sentences first, because longer sentences usually provide more information. Next question. What is the missing number that should replace the question mark? You have 20 seconds. Yes, the correct answer is 21. For this type of question, the trick is to look for repeated numbers. In this question, every pair of numbers is the same. The missing number must be the same as the number on the left, which is 21. Using the same logic, the number 7 on the far side also matches its corresponding number. Therefore, the correct answer is 21. Alright guys, based on your test results, you will be offered different types of jobs, just like the table shown on the right. Most candidates get stuck at type A. If you want to achieve a higher score, you must answer as many questions as possible within the time limit. Unanswered questions are counted as incorrect, so speed is critical. Let's do the math again. 20 minutes times 60 seconds divided by 51 questions gives you an average of 23 seconds per question. If you encounter a question that is too difficult or unfamiliar, skip it immediately and move on. Do not spend too much time on one question. Usually, you will receive your test result within 5 days. If you use our full package materials, you will unlock all the job opportunities you are eligible for. We also provide assessment day interview materials, and you only need 2 days of preparation to confidently pass the interview. Finally, I want to remind you that this test becomes more difficult every year. In the 4 days before your test, you need to fully focus on preparation. Avoid social media platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat. These will not help you pass the test. All you need to do is repeatedly practice with our materials for 4 days, and you will be able to join your dream career and make your family proud. If you have any questions or need extra help, feel free to contact me. My contact details are in the description below. I usually provide a full response within 12 hours. Good luck, welcome to the ADF, and make your family proud.